Hello everyone, my name is Seraphi and I'm happy to meet you all. And today we're going to be playing Raidraptors. Really it feels it feels like I already made this video because this is basically the deck that I advertised before. The only difference is I only own 2 copies of Tribute Lanius. I really was expecting there to be a pickup box and there wasn't for some reason. So I only own 2 copies of Tribute Lanius. I'm playing a second copy of Mimicry Lanius instead. I'll go over this real quick, but I think that most people who have already wanted to see this have watched this video last week. So the skill is called Raider's Revolution. You can only use the skill second and third effects once per duel. You can't special summon monsters except for Raidraptor monsters and Xyz monsters. That means no link summons, so we have no link monsters in the deck. You can shuffle one Raidraptor's Rank Up Magic Force from your hand into your deck, then add a Raidraptor monster from your deck to your hand. So that's pretty good. It allows you to basically use the skill if you have your 1 copy of Rank Up Magic Force in your hand by triggering the second effect first so you can do the third effect. The third effect is what you care about. Send 1 monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. Draw a Rank Up Magic spell from your deck. Set 1 Raider's Unbreakable Mind from outside your deck to your field. And if your opponent controls a monster, you can also play 1 Raidraptor monster from your deck face down. Its battle position can be changed. Okay, so now that I've had a chance to play with this skill, the skill does not enable either Vanishing Lanius if you set it from your deck, or Mimicry Lanius if you discard it from your hand, which is fine. This is a good skill. You pitch a card, you get to set a monster from your deck if you're going second. If you're going first, you just get to draw your spell card, and then rank up into your Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon if you're going first, rank up into your Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon if you're going second, and kill your opponent. It's great. For the main deck, we have Mimicry Lanius, banish this card from your graveyard, and then you get to add a monster from your deck to your hand. Tribute Lanius, send the Mimicry Lanius to the graveyard when it's summoned. Strangle Lanius, if you control a dark monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And Vanishing Lanius, turn it summoned, you can special summon a monster from your hand. We're playing Forbidden Lance. This will allow us to protect our monsters from spells and traps. And we are also playing Swallow's Nest, which allows us to tribute a Winged Beast monster to special summon a Winged Beast monster from your deck with the same level the monster had on the field, and that is, it can be the same monster, so you can summon your Tribute Lanius and activate its effect. If your opponent tries to effect Valor you can respond to it by playing Swallow's Nest, tribute the Tribute Lanius to special summon Vanishing Lanius from your deck. Then you can mill the card off of your Tribute Lanius, banish the Mimicry Lanius, add another card from your deck to your hand, and then Vanishing Lanius can then activate its effect since it was special summoned this turn. So pretty much always use Swallow's Nest to go into Vanishing Lanius, and you'll just pop off. We're playing 3 copies of Crackdown, even though we don't have any link monsters. It's not that big of a deal. Just Xyz summon to the extra monster zone, and then you still have 2 zones left, even if you activate Crackdown. It's fine. Then lastly, we have Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Force. During the main phase, banish 1 dark monster from your graveyard, target a dark Xyz monster you control, and special summon a Phantom Knight's Raidraptor or Xyz Dragon monster whose rank is 1 rank higher by using that monster as materials. So we will use this to either turn 1 go into Dark Requiem, turn 2 go into Arc Rebellion, and just kill our opponent. It's fantastic. For the extra deck, we have Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. I am so sad that I did not get this card in Prismatic. I felt like I was going to get it. I was itching for it. I didn't get any Prismatic pulls in this box, sadly, but this is a great card anyway. This Xyz Summon card cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can detach 1 material from this card. This card gains attack equal to the total original attack of all other monsters on the field. Then, if this card has a Dark Xyz monster as material, negate the effects of all other face-up monsters on the field. After this effect resolves, you cannot declare attacks with other monsters for the rest of this turn, and you can only use this effect once per turn. Great. So, just steal all your opponent's attack points and crush them. That's what you want. Next up, we have a Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. If this card has Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon as Xyz material, it gains its effects. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change its attack points to 0, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. So, easy way to get lethal if you go second. And then going first, during either player's turn when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card, and if you do that, you can special summon an Xyz monster from your graveyard. Okay, so Dark Requiem has 3 materials when you summon it with the Force card, which means that it gets 3 negates. You just have to make sure that you detach the monster, the Dark Rebellion, last. Great! Negating and destroying 3 monster effects is overpowered. We will win the game. Raider's Knight requires 2 level 4 darks. You can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, Special summon from your extra deck one of the Phantom Knights, Raidraptor, or Xyz Dragon Xyz monster that is one rank higher or lower than this card by using it as material, but destroying it during your opponent's next end phase. Now, obviously, Arc Rebellion can't be destroyed by card effects, so that effect doesn't matter for Arc Rebellion, and you'll just rank up into Arc Rebellion, and then Arc Rebellion has an Xyz monster as Xyz material, so it can immediately use its effect and kill everybody. It's a great card. 2 copies of Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon as targets for your various effects. 2 level 4s, you can attach 2 materials from this card. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half its current attack, and if it does, this card gains that attack points. Both effects are permanent. Basically, you just get to crash for 2,500. Basically, Dark Rebellion gets to attack directly and destroy a monster. And then if you have 1,500 attack points left on the board, you can kill the people. Not the worst effect in the world. It's a pretty decent card, but there are better monsters that you have in your deck. Karen Gorgon, the Anti-Luminescent Knight, Dark Rock monster, 2450 attack points. During either player's turn, when any other card or effect is activated that targets exactly one card on the field, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card that target another appropriate target. This is not once per turn, so you get to basically redirect your opponent's cards twice. Now, if your opponent plays a card like Successor Soul, which targets a monster you control, you still have to target another monster you control, but it would not be the worst thing in the world. Whereas if they play a card like Book of Moon, which can affect any monster, you can just force it onto your opponent's monsters and laugh at them. So, Karen Gorgon, really good card if you are expecting your opponent to play a card like, for example, Compulsory Evacuation Device. Really, really strong against Compulsory Evacuation Device in particular. Evil Swarm Nightmare. There is probably a way to get this card out on turn 1 along with the Dark Rebellion, the Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. It probably involves Raidraptor Singing Lanius. In fact, you probably want to play 1 copy of Singing Lanius instead of 1 copy of Mimicry Lanius, just so you have the option to play this card, because it can special summon itself from the hand if you control an Xyz monster, and it's almost there. The fact that you have to banish a monster from the graveyard is what holds this all back. I don't know that you can do it, but if you can, it's definitely going to be with the Singing Lanius. Anyway, so Evil Swarm Nightmare, detach 2 materials, Book of Moon, 2 monsters your opponent set, summons, that's good. And then lastly, we're playing Malevolent Sin, detach 1 material, banish a card, kill your opponent. Okay, alright, let's take a look at the replay. Alright, we are going second. Our opponent's on a 6-game win streak. They're playing Shiranui. Scary. Shiranui going first is terrifying, chat, and we don't have any serious disruption in our hand. We only have the Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius, the Raidraptor Tribute Lanius, the Swallow's Nest, and the Mimicry Lanius. Now, it's important to note that Swallow's Nest will not protect us from Shiranui Sun Saga, because Swallow's Nest, while it can stop a monster from being targeted by tributing it first, Sun Saga does not target. It just destroys a card. So if we played Swallow's Nest in response to Sun Saga's effect activating, he would simply destroy the new monster. Alright, so Spectral Sword, banish 2, summon the Doomkaiser, Squire, draw a card, discard, summon the Squire, go into Samurai Saga, link off into the Supremacy, then activate the skill, return the 2 cards to the extra deck, banish the Sword Saga and the Sun Saga, set 1. Okay. So it's our turn. We have to deal with the Sun Saga, which makes it so that his monsters can't be destroyed. Supremacy makes it so they can't be destroyed by card effects, and also can't be destroyed by battle. And he's going to get to destroy 1 of our cards at any point during the turn. So we activate the skill, and we're going to pitch the Mimicry Lanius to draw the Rank Up Magic Force. We get to set the Raider's Unbreakable Mind face down, and since our opponent controls a monster, we also get to set our Vanishing Lanius. Alright, we activate Raider's Unbreakable Mind, and our opponent is going to activate Supremacy's effect to bring out the Sun Saga. Sun Saga effect, destroy the Vanishing Lanius. But the Vanishing Lanius was a free card, so we don't care if it got destroyed. We have our own Vanishing Lanius. Normal summon. Vanishing Lanius, special summon the Tribute Lanius, mill the Mimicry Lanius, banish itself, grab the Strangle Lanius, special summon itself, and now we'll Xyz summon into the Raider's Knight. Raider's Knight's effect, detach 1, Xyz into the Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Now we activate Raider's Unbreakable Mind, and we get to target the face-down card and destroy it. It is sealing Ceremony of Catan. That will not stop us from killing our opponent. Squire, draw a card, discard a card. We activate Strangle Lanius' effect to revive our Vanishing Lanius. Our opponent's going to activate DD Crow from the hand. Pretty good card, but it's not going to stop us. We activate Arc Rebellion Exceeds Dragon's effect, detach 1. Now we negate all other monster effects on the field, and Arc Rebellion gains all their attack points. It is at now 10,400, crashing to the Supremacy, and the opponent takes 8,000 damage. There you go, chat. What do you want? What do you want? My opponent got a free pop. Guess what? I got a free monster. My opponent was able to stop me from destroying them in battle. Guess what? I negated it. My opponent was able to stop me from destroying them with card effects. Guess what? I negated it. My opponent was able to stop me from doing basically anything except attacking. So I killed them in one attack. What do you want? This is the power of Raidraptors going second, and that's basically all you needed. Raidraptors are kings. The problem is really that Shaddoll's are kind of powerful right now, and Schism is really good against Raidraptors in particular. But as long as you don't run into Shaddoll's going first, you will kill your opponent. My name is Seraphi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.